Our next speaker, Dennis Tardan, A Matter of Life and Death. A Matter of Life and Death, Dennis Tardan.
Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I have been fascinated by death all my life. When I was a little child, I was growing up in South Texas, and my family took me to a funeral. Open casket. Beforehand, everyone was standing around visiting. I was aghast. How can they all look so casual when there is a dead body right over there? Nighttime prayers were little comfort. Sitting there with my mother, getting down on my knees. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. And she'd tuck me and kiss me good night and leave, and I'd be sitting there and I'd be reviewing. What was that third thing? I should die? I'm going to die? Well, my fears turned into full-blown panic attacks during that placid, tranquil time known as adolescence. Lying was the most terrifying of all. From the moment that door shut, and I knew I couldn't get off the plane until those wheels touched down, I was a nervous wreck, and I made everyone around me a nervous wreck. Nobody wanted to fly. Elevators, the same thing. Suspension bridges, I knew I had a problem. So from my 20s on, I began to read every single piece of literature I could find about death. I read the sacred scripts. I read the Tibetan Book of the Dead. I went into the popular literature on death and dying and life after life. I even began to study science. I studied physics and consciousness and brain studies, quantum physics. I finally came to believe, I understood that there is a consciousness that exists, that goes on, that will go on. But I still couldn't get the peace. And then one day I realized what my problem was. I had over-identified with this as my body. That I believed that this body was who I was. That's not true. This consciousness occupies this body. This body takes me from place to place like a vehicle. I don't over-identify with my car. Takes me one place to another, I get out. That's fine. That's it. So here's what I came up with. I'm driving around in a 1948 Dennis. It's a post-war classic in beige. Now, I don't have all the original equipment. I've had my appendix out, and there are a number of dings in the exterior and not a lot on the roof. Nevertheless, it's extremely serviceable. It has gotten me from place to place. The pumps are good. The CPU I take care of by meditation and thinking of and reading new things. The suspension is a little creaky. I don't have the same acceleration or the same top end as I used to have. But oh my, will it get me from here to there and adventures beyond my dreams. Now, I do find that it is important that I put in clean fuel. Because if I don't, I tend to backfire. I don't know how long I'm going to live. I have no idea when it will be time for me to be done with this field. But in my imagination, it's going to happen something like this. It's a beautiful, star-filled, cloudless night on a quiet road. I come up over a hill, and there's this gorgeous city before me. And slowly, my 1948 Dennis coasts to the train. And I'll step out, and I'll thank it for its wonderful service, and I'll move on to where I don't know, but there'll be music. There'll be this soundtrack to play along the stage. Mine will be Roy and Dale. Happy trails to you until